Hey everyone, it's me, Dr. Whimsy, and today I want to talk a little bit about stress reduction and the 12-step program that I have developed in order to reduce stress. As I've said in previous videos, stress is really one of the leading factors in chronic disease. Stress can impact every aspect of our health, from increased risk for coronary artery disease, increased risk for stroke, increased risk for drug and alcohol abuse. Obesity may be something that you are at risk of if you're somebody who is experiencing a lot of stress. Depression, anxiety, increased risk for suicide. The list goes on and on and on. Stress really has a huge impact on our health. Digestive health. People who experience more stress have weaker digestion. If you can get stress down in a patient, you can dramatically reduce the symptoms for all kinds of things and also dramatically reduce risk for all types of chronic diseases. So if you're looking at stress the way I do as really a major health concern in the United States, you're going to want to see what you can do as an alternative healthcare provider to try and get stress levels down. So this is our 12-step program, and it's fairly straightforward. And so the first thing that we do is we talk to people about the importance of sobriety. That sobriety is one of the first things that you can do if you're in a stressful situation. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling stressed out, then adding drugs and alcohol to the mix is only going to make things worse. And so we always start the program by talking to people about abstaining from drugs and alcohol. The second thing we do is we just talk about cleaning up the diet. Things that can aggravate someone who's already in a stressful situation include coffee, which is a stimulant. It contains caffeine. We want to get the coffee down. If a person can't give up coffee entirely, then I will just go ahead and have them reduce the amount of coffee. Spicy food, believe it or not, if you're doing high amounts of spicy food, it can actually cause stress and anxiety in the body. So you don't want to overdo the spicy food. Same with sodium. Too much salt can actually raise blood pressure in some people, so we want to talk to them about sodium consumption. Foods high in sugar or processed foods, particularly if you're someone who has food sensitivities, is something we also want to talk to people about. The third thing we talk to people about is the most basic, and that is to really educate people about good meditative practices. A good meditation practice twice a day, morning and evenings. I would say someone who meditates 20 minutes twice daily is not only going to see a dramatic reduction in stress, it's probably one of the most important things. Next to sobriety and diet, absolutely, we want to see the person learning how to meditate and doing it consistently. Number 4 is a cardio workout, moving the body, exercising, getting up and moving, getting the person on the best exercise program for them will dramatically reduce stress. We do know that people that engage in cardio workouts consistently not only feel better and have improved mood, but they sleep better as well. Number 5, we do some testing here. We run hormone panels. We may also do Genomind, which is where we check genetics to try and find out if there are any markers that any genetic markers that may be explaining why they're having problems with stress. Sometimes it's genetic, sometimes they have trouble either making neurotransmitters or breaking down certain excitatory neurotransmitters, so we do run some testing. Number 6, we talk to people about social media, pulling social media, turning off certain types of social media that may actually cause anxiety and depression. If you're a news junkie, you may want to reduce the amount of news that you're listening to or watching, and the same goes for social media like Facebook. Spending excessive amounts of time on social media is actually associated with depression and anxiety, unless you're watching Dr. Whimsy on YouTube. Okay, number 7 is nutritional supplementation. Absolutely, we do prescribe certain supplements, whether it's going to be a B complex or something more complicated, like certain amino acids or herbs, etc. But those are usually tailored to the individual based on symptoms or based on labs. Number 8, we recommend body work. I do a lot of body work in my office. I'm an acupressurist. I also do healing touch therapy. It's similar to Reiki. We do aromatherapy, stone therapy. This type of consistent body work, safe touch, is very much associated with decreasing stress. Number 9, we really want people to be more minimalist. Really, a great way to reduce stress is to live simply a more simple lifestyle. If your life is cluttered, if you have so many things, you're worried about the things, you can't eat, you can't sleep because you're worried about losing those things, you may want to talk to your spouse about maybe just cutting down on some of that stuff and living dramatically below your means. Simplifying our lives is actually associated with huge reductions in stress. And that goes to number 10, which is living below our means. If you put yourself on a budget, and if you're living dramatically below how much money you bring in, if you're debt-free, that's going to eliminate a lot of the stress that people suffer from in this country. A lot of stress in the United States is simply because people are feeling overwhelmed or because they're having trouble paying their bills. So if you talk to people about a minimalist lifestyle and about living dramatically below their means, we see stress reduction really, it takes hold. Really trying to minimize things. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Instead, just live a simple life. It can be a good life, it can be a meaningful life, but you really want to live below your means in order to reduce stress. Number 11 is to maintain a healthy lifestyle and a social life that's healthy. Maintaining relationships with people who are positive, or what we call green light people, people who are going to support you on your journey. And number 12, we talk to people about the importance of volunteering and service work, giving back to your community, because we see when we're looking at increased risk for depression, anxiety, suicide, stress, we see what comes along with that: isolation. So getting out, interacting with other people, getting involved in the community, volunteering is definitely something that is part of the stress reduction program and can dramatically reduce stress. All right, that's it. A quick video on the 12-step program that we have here in our offices to reduce stress, and how, I have to say again, I cannot stress enough how important reducing stress is to overall health. Okay, I want to thank you for watching this video. My name is Dr. Whimsy, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.